Welcome back to MSU tonight. We are here with Shelby Wright, the MSU Rodeo Queen, who is going to talk us about. First of all, I want you to describe the rodeo for someone who hasn't been, for example me.
Yeah, well, a rodeo is an awesome show. It's a show that includes a lot of cowboys and cowgirls who do a lot of events, including saddle bronc riding, bull riding, barrel racing, and so on. There are also special events throughout the rodeo, including mutton busting, which is a kids event. Kids actually ride sheep, and there's, of course, the rodeo clown who helps the cowboys away from the bulls whenever they're bull riding. There's a lot of action going on, and it's just an awesome time.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. And how does someone become to a cowboy or a cowgirl, and how can be able to compete in the rodeo?
Well, cowboys and cowgirls have originated since the America has begun. We actually got our events from past cowboys and cowgirls doing different things such as breaking horses or living life on the ranch. So we've taken things from that time and incorporated them now into events that cowboys and cowgirls can compete in.
Okay, and what events do you compete in?
Well, I'm of course the rodeo queen, but I also compete in barrel racing and goat tying.
Okay, and what's the difference between those and the rodeo queen?
Okay, well, the rodeo queen is kind of separated from the rodeo. The pageant is before the rodeo. There's only one pageant every year, but the actual events that I compete in are at every single rodeo. So there's barrel racing, and that's when a horse runs as fast as it can around 3 barrels, of course, with a cowgirl riding it. Okay. And then goat tying is where you run down the arena on your horse and have to get off your horse while it's running and tie a goat in as fast as you can.
Okay, and what skills do you need to have to be the rodeo queen?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? There are so many things that a rodeo queen must have. They must be personable, and they must be able to talk to anyone, whether it's a kid or an older adult. They also must be very educated on rodeo, not only have a big smile, but also a big brain. So being knowledgeable about rodeo is also very important so that you can educate the public.
Okay, and when did you get into the rodeo?
I got into rodeo ever since I was a little girl. I can remember the first time I rode a horse. I was probably about 2 or 3, and my mom was leading me around on the horse. But I actually started competing in rodeo events when I was a junior, I think, in high school. So I was about 16 years old. Okay. So I competed in high school rodeo in Indiana, and then I came here to Murray and have been rodeoing for probably the past 4 years and still continue to do it.
And what did you want to become into a rodeo queen?
Well, my mom was the Kentucky high school rodeo queen, so she's a huge mentor to me. I know everybody says that their mom is their mentor, but she definitely is in this stance. So I want to become a rodeo queen ever since. Like, she used to tell me stories about her being a queen, and I wanted to just be that representative for everybody and have all those little girls look up to me like I looked up to my mom.
Oh, and what is the rodeo team, and what do they do?
Well, the rodeo team is here at Murray State. We are called the Murray State Rodeo Team. We travel around several different states in the Ozark region. It's called competing. The states we compete in are Arkansas, Mississippi. We compete here in Kentucky, Tennessee. We travel thousands of miles every single year to attend rodeos.
Okay. And how many members do you have in the rodeo team?
We have 42 members this year.
Wow, that's a lot.
We have a huge group of cowboys and cowgirls.
And the members that can just join, and how does it work? Like, how can they get in?
Well, the rodeo team here is actually considered a club, so you don't even have to be a team member to be involved in the rodeo. So all you have to do is be a student here at Murray State and have some sort of interest, obviously, of rodeo, but you don't have to be a competing member.
Okay, I understand it. And how does someone make the rodeo team?
Well, like I said, all you have to do is be a student here. So that's just the main qualification. Yeah. But we love people who are dedicated, motivated, hardworking, and love Western heritage and livestock.
And do you spend like a lot of time together, like every week? How much time do you need?
Yes, our rodeo team is basically a huge family because we are with each other every single day of the week. Like, we keep our horses at the Murray State Equine Barn, so we see each other on the daily, whether it be feeding or we have practices every single day and meetings once a week. So we're like a huge family, brothers and sisters. It's an awesome time.
Okay, and now I want you to talk me about the rodeo that is going to be next week.
Okay.
I think.
Yes. So we have our 42nd annual Racer Roundup Rodeo. It's going to be held on Thursday through Saturday. We have nightly performances at 7 o'clock, and tickets are $14 at the door, or you can get them $10 in advance. You can actually buy them online this year, so that's definitely the better deal. But like I said, Thursday through Saturday, 7 o'clock.
And where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Murray State Expo Center. It's actually called the Bill Cherry Expo Center.
And what others are there any special events outside the rodeo?
Yes, well, we will have vendors there selling anywhere from different foods to Western wear clothing during the rodeo. So if you catch a break during the rodeo or want to take a break, you have that option to go shopping. And we also have different events such as the Special Kids Rodeo going on, and that'll be on Wednesday. So we'll have a group of students come in, and we'll be able to communicate with them and teach them what we do as cowboys and cowgirls and let them experience it as well. And then also during our rodeos, we have mutton busting. So little kids from ages like 2 to 10 can get involved, and they will ride a sheep, and you could potentially win a buckle with that. So if anybody on the show has any little brothers or sisters, bring them out and they could participate.
Okay, and who is going to compete in the rodeo?
Well, I'm going to be there, definitely, and then all of my other teammates are going to be there, and then there's probably going to be about 400 contestants from about 16 other colleges come. So it's going to be a huge rodeo.
Yes, of course. And I'm really interested about what are you wearing right now? It's something typical?
Yes, this is what I call Western attire. So I got the shirt that has the collar on it, and rodeo queens kind of dress differently from contestants. If I was a contestant, I probably wouldn't be as fashionable as this or have the jewelry and makeup and hair, but because I'm the rodeo representative, I have to look my best. And I also have boot rugs on. I don't know if the camera can see it, but that's kind of like fashion forward outfit that is Western to me, and I like it.
So you have to represent like your team? Like,
yes.
And which other events do you have to represent?
Well, I will be representing throughout the entire year. I was just crowned in May. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to be doing, whether it be attending homecoming here in a couple weeks. But the main thing that I get to do is compete for the title of Miss Rodeo USA in January. And Miss Rodeo USA is kind of the next step up for me being a college queen. I get to represent the entire International Professional Rodeos Association. And that's going to be held in January in Oklahoma City.
Okay, so in that competition, what do you have to do there? Like, what are the different parts?
Well, where do I begin? There's so much that goes on throughout this competition. It's a week-long competition. I have interviews every single day, a couple horsemanship patterns. Horsemanship is sort of like a beauty queen's talent, you know, like they have the singing and stuff, but for a rodeo queen, horsemanship is our talent, like riding horses. So we have that going on. We have a test we have to take that test our knowledge on current events or things going on within the rodeo, as well as the rodeo rule book. We have 2 speeches we have to give, impromptu questions. It's a huge pageant.
Yes. So do you have your own horse?
I do. I have 2 horses at the Expo Center. When I came to college, most people miss their dog, but if I didn't bring my horse, I would be devastated. So I have 2. Their names are Hammer and Freckles.
And do you compete with them, I guess?
Yes. I have one that is super fast. Her name's Freckles. She's my barrel racing horse. And then I have Hammer. He's my goat tying horse and my flag horse that I use for doing queen stuff.
Okay, so thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. We have more MSU Tonight after the break. Don't go far.